Guys, it's Antonio here, and we're here to talk about Dragon Ball Super Episode 80 and our boy Gohan. Now, to talk about the episode in general, Gohan fighting against Lavenda, all that other stuff. So the match starts off. Gohan goes after Lavenda. He makes the first move and all that other stuff. So since Goku gave him some advice, like just because you don't know their power, don't hold back. Like just go all out. Give it everything you got or whatever. So this ends up with Gohan's arm getting grabbed during a punch where Labenda had jumped up, and he grabs Gohan and spreads the poison into his eyes, making Gohan pretty much blind most of the match. So they say that it's cheating or whatever, but I think the Supreme Kai like no, since it's an ability, it's not necessarily cheating. So pretty much Lavenda's beating Gohan around and all that other stuff because Gohan can't, for one, he can't sense his ki, and he's blind. So you know, so eventually Gohan gets to the point where he's using his other senses, such as his hearing, to block all of Lavenda's attacks and make a counter attack or whatever. So that goes well. First, Lavenda said that's just a fluke. He shouldn't be able to do this. Even Bergamo comments like, "Oh, that's really cool," because he's poisoned. It's heightened his other senses. So Gohan goes back on the offensive because he's just gonna beat the crap out of him. Kind of like when in GT, if you guys watched that or didn't, when Super Saiyan 4 Goku was going up against Ice Shinron, where Goku was blind, but he was using his senses to, you know, see and beat him. So eventually, Lavenda gets the idea to fly up, to stalk Gohan like a wolf would stalking his prey, since Gohan can't hear his movement, and he starts firing poison ki blast at Gohan. So pretty much, he can make the poison spread wherever on his body. So like he had it on his hand, so obviously he was poisoning Gohan repeatedly by punching him and all that other stuff. But eventually, during all this, Goku even says this is probably like the best opponent for Gohan to fight to unlock his latent power. So Gohan eventually goes Super Saiyan, and he's able to, use the key from his Super Saiyan powers to sense. He was reflecting his key off of Lavenda, so he could pretty much see Lavenda and anticipate his moves or whatever. What's interesting is Topo even says, "Oh, it's really cool for somebody to be able to transform and unlock more power and all that other stuff." And then you even have the Grand Priest explaining to Zen. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's Super Saiyan." So eventually they get into a clash where Lavenda does a poison I guess ki blast, and Gohan does his Kamehameha. Only eventually, well, not necessarily that, but before that, Gohan goes for the final blow after he knocks Lavenda out of the air, but he suddenly stops and gets out of Super Saiyan because what it seems that what a lot of people were seeing, like Whis and Goku, were saying that because of Super Saiyan, the poison was accelerating throughout Gohan. It was making the poison accelerate through Gohan's body. So eventually he collapses before he could deliver the final blow. To which then Lavenda goes back on the offensive, giving Gohan more poison, poisoning his whole body and whatnot. And then, kicking Gohan around some more. Eventually Gohan goes back Super Saiyan, and they have this little ki blast fight where Gohan's Kamehameha is overpowered just because the poison started spreading to his arm. So you can see Gohan's skin turn purple from the poison, and it's like spreading all over his body. So he's just trying to end the match. Eventually, During that, Gohan flies through more poison that Lavenda put out to get him off guard, and does pretty much kind of like a lotus spin kind of thing, and slams both of them into the stadium, which makes a huge crater, to which Lavenda is collapsed, so he doesn't get back up. Gohan, even though he's covered with poison, gets up. He goes like, eyes closed and everything. He's like, I win, but he collapses, so the Grand Priest ends the match in a tie. Which I kind of discussed that with one of my other buddies, and it's like it's probably gonna end. It would have more likely ended a tie, but you know, so um, so we get so it ended in a tie, and then the Grand Priest decides. Zeno has decided that the Grand Prix should announce that, well, if you lose the Tournament of Power, you pretty much your universe gets erased. So he's like, Zeno wants to make this announcement, but the news that we just got is there's only, out of the 12 universes, universes 1, 12, it was 5, it was 1, 12, 5, and I think it was also 8 that are exempt from the tournament. I could be wrong. I need to check back in my notes. If that's wrong, I'll fix that in my discussions or whatnot. So we figured that that's breaking news, that they're exempt from the tournament because their mortal level is above 7. Everybody else's is below. So the reason why Universe 7 and Universe 9 are fighting is because their mortal level is the bottom of the list of out of all the 12 universes. Grand Priest even goes to say that Zeno also thought there's already too many universes or whatnot. So in general, he was going to wipe out all the lower mortal level universes anyway. But with the Tournament of Power, the surviving universe from the tournament, which is not between 12 universes anymore, it's actually only between 8. Out of those 8, whoever wins Tournament of Power, it won't be erased. We also find out that everybody except for the angels will also be erased. So Goku's obviously still carefree and excited, but you know that Satan's, Mr. Satan, find out. He's like, what does he mean by erase? And he's like, and Supreme Kai tells him like, yo, so we're gone. We'll be erased, everybody but the angels. So that was the real breaking news, that some of the universes won't be erased, and they're pretty much we're gonna be erased anyway. But we'll see what happens with that, with Bergama's fight against Goku. So we'll see what's gonna go on in the next couple of episodes of Dragon Ball Super. I, for one, was very happy with Gohan's match. I think, as a Gohan fan, I was very pleased off how it ended. I would say that technically Gohan did win the fight, and I'm thankful that they just didn't say that he was gonna get bodied, like with the whole Frieza thing and all that other stuff. But so good on them. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. What are your predictions for the tournament going on? Whose fights are you more excited to see in the upcoming episodes? And if you guys liked what I had to say, feel free to give me a like, subscribe for more videos. I'll try to be more consistent between my 2 jobs. And with that, guys, Antonio is out. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you on the next episode of Dragon Ball Super.